Workshop Wednesday. What's up, everybody? I look down here to see it. Usually I holler like that. Shaq goes, woo, 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 woo. He wants to bark. He thinks somebody's here. Nope, he's smooth ass asleep. He ain't even moving an eyebrow. Well, hope y'all doing good. One first thing to talk about. Had the passing of Rod Tuescher this week, and I knew Rod. He was a bit and spur maker from Gainesville, and just never stopped. From the very first time I met Rod, he was going full throttle. And the last time I saw Rod, which was probably 6 months ago, he's still going full throttle. A picture of health and happiness, and he'll be missed in our world. He had a big influence in the performance horse world. He was always there. Just he made an affordable product that lots of people used and cherished, and so Rod will be missed. So good on you, Rod. He didn't back up on anything. One of the most ingenious things I ever saw Rod do, and I'll never forget it, is a pair of spurs, and they had a snake on the rowel, on the shank. So it was kind of like a Chihuahua type of thing. When you spun the rowel, this little tongue come in and out of the snake's head that was at the rowel pin. I have no idea how he did that. To this, I've thought about it all. Like, how in the world did he do that? But Rod was a character, and so anyhow, you'll be missed. Rest in peace, buddy. So now, TCAA season, everybody. We got 7-8 weeks that we'll be going. So little paid non-paid advertisement. We'll have this my first. This will be my first my plug. I'm plugging off of Workshop Wednesday from my podcast, Monday Mornings with Carrie and Willie on Spotify. Y'all go check it out. But we're going to have all TCAA members on there. Math ain't really working out. We got 8 weeks and 15 members, but we're going to try to get everybody on there to talk about the pieces in the show and just kind of give you a little insight. And so the podcast is an hour long or so. It'll be more of a discussion than just 5 minutes on a particular piece. Is the makers, the guys can go on, and lady Carol can go on there and expound about the work they had and where the inspirations come from and what they were doing and all that business. So that'd be a good deal. I'm gonna talk about mine right quick, just briefly. So you're gonna start receiving some emails. If you're not receiving my emails, go sign up on my website. Go to and sign up for my. I don't think it's called newsletter. I don't have a newsletter, but sign up for my emails. So Travis will be sending out emails and putting them together. And I did videos, and we got the pictures and some close-ups and all that business. And so we're going to start going through the pieces I have there for the show, spotlight individual pieces on the emails. And I think there'll be 2 or 3 emails per piece. T was telling me about it, where we'll kind of highlight some different things. He has a strategy and a game plan, and away he goes. I made it, now he can talk about it. I guess I had to talk about it too. I had to do the video like I'm doing now. But so I'll start going about it. But the first thing I did is I did a Santa Barbara. One of my faults, so to speak, is I really get carried away with design and how much icing I can put on the cake. And if you don't own one of them cute little microscopes like under that red deal, you might miss some of the things I do. That's bad. So I've constantly fought it my whole career, get little bitty tiny, and I like little bitty fine refined lacy type things, and so the big bold is not something I do a lot of. Well, this year on that Santa Barbara, I wanted big and bold, and it wasn't how many scrolls I could put on, it's how few I could put on and how pow I could make it, right? As I wanted you to be able to see it from across the room as you look at it. And not that it was gaudy, it was just easy to see. And yes, you can get up in there and I put an excessive amount of shading lines in my leaves, but it creates value and it creates shadows and it creates a lot of cool stuff in my opinion. So anyhow, it's big and bold, and that was the whole deal. Did big scroll overlay on it, and put a mouthpiece in it that's recognizable, big. I don't know exactly what you'd call it. Kind of call it a medium port, but with a roller. Just a nice U-shaped mouthpiece with a cricket in it, and put a bar on on the slobber bar on the shanks, and that's not something I do a lot of either. But put a slobber bar on there, and away we go. So that's the big main piece. Next thing I did is a pair of Chihuahua-esque, we'll call them, contemporary Chihuahuas. So they're Chihuahua, but I got a little creative here, and the design juices were a little thick during all this. Like, I couldn't figure out exactly where I was going, and I'd done a pair of spurs, designed a pair of spurs for my friend Homer Bailey, and he had me kind of stretch some things out and put the rowel pin in a little different place. Well, it got me to thinking and going, and so away I went. And there's some odd things that I did on it, like it's not a shap guard, so it's just S-curve looking thing. I put the rowel pin down at the bottom, and usually on a pair of spurs you put the shap guard on the first third of the shank design. Well, I put it on the back third. So it's not a shap guard, but it kind of looks like one, and it's long, right? It's a long shank, and a lot of rowel. Like it's for a long-legged individual. I don't often double mount a pair of spurs. I get so excited doing the silver on the outside that by the time I get done, we've spent so much time when none of us can afford to do the inside. So I did the inside on these, and I didn't just go all out and tried to stay true to the thought of the year of keep it big and bold so everybody can see it. Couldn't help it. Got carried away on the center oval and did some little bitty fine engraving on a scroll overlay that is in the middle of the oval, and then it's got a little bitty fine shading. It's a different style of scroll, different style of leaf that I really like. It's acanthus, more acanthus looking. It is fun, cool, a little different from our world too. So that was fun and exciting. And then on the inside, did a normal traditional style silver pattern with the TCAA logo on it and all that. But again, because kind of a different pair of spurs, and if you like something different, a little bit out of the box, that's where we're at. The rowel's kind of tricky. I got some, instead of the tines being straight, they kind of got some curve to them. I inlaid silver in them, did a little piercing. I got some little ovals in there. Not stuff that I do a lot of. So just a very creative pair of spurs. We just pulled a little here and a little there. So then for my third piece, I wanted to do another bit, and as y'all know, I'm courting the National Reined Cow Horse Association, going up there to the Celebration of Champions, the snaffle bit futurity, and trying to get myself involved there by creating some bridles for those guys and that genre. It fits my world. It fits what I love, and with bit making, and so I did a little bit there that designed it around, and I got carried away on it too. I didn't intend on spending as much time I did it. In fact, I intended on spending half the amount of time, but the bit deserved it. The shank deserved what I did on it, and I did some inlays and some overlays and tricked out a concho that's a little unusual, but it still fits our world, just did some fun things on there, and I had to tell you, I had a lot of fun building it. Even though it took me twice as long as I intended, I really enjoyed making it. And I hope, I really hope that it'll find its way into a horse's mouth. I think that's what I really intended for that to go in a horse's mouth somewhere. What was the mouthpiece on it? I think it was similar to what I did on the other one. I think I was trying to do something that's down the middle of the road, and when you're building for the TCAA show, it's hard to know exactly where it's going. I have no clue which one of y'all is going to buy it, or what you're going to do with it, or what your intentions with it are. But I do want it. I do want to, if you are going to use it and you do want to put it to use, I tend to go down the middle of the road. I didn't on the Chihuahuas. You got to have some legs to use those guys. But this bit and the Santa Barbara 2 is doing functionally to where we're not out of bounds either ways. We're kind of cruising down the middle with the function side of it. So I think it'll work on a lot of different horses and a lot of different riders. It'd be fun to see that get used. And then I do a fourth piece, right? And I always do a little curio, a little forged item that doesn't take a week to create, you know, spend a couple days on it. And I grew up close to the Mexican border, as y'all well know, and we ate a lot of beans. And I got me a bean masher. Refried beans are good, and I've eaten a ton of them. And I hate them little plastic bean mashers. It's about the time you get the beans hot where you can really mash them, and it bends over and crumples. Or they get metal ones, and it's a little bit thin metal. I made a bean masher. I forged that booger out. Got a handle that's got a little weight to it, like you ain't gonna have to push hard. Maybe just drop it. No, it's not that heavy, but it's got a little weight to it. And then I cut a stainless bottom for it, so you know, you don't want any rust on your beans, and so did a nice stainless bottom, put the TCAA logo, and then I surrounded the TCAA logo with stars so that the more beans can come up through there, you know. There you go. So it's kind of fun. It was really fun. I enjoyed making it. So bean masher. I also have a encore piece, so recycle a piece back from a previous show that didn't sell, and that's Howl at the Moon Spurs. So do the old coyote, and that's another kick back to the past and my love of the coyote. It's a cool thing, cool critter. He's a survivor. A lot to look at talking about the old coyote. So those spurs, they've been in Vail, Colorado at Claggett Ray, so Claggett Ray Gallery, and so I jerked them from Bill and said, "Do you mind?" He said, "No, go ahead. They deserve to be back in the show." So they're in the show. So there's my deal. I don't have to do the podcast now, right? I just did it all for you right there, and you know where I'm coming from. What's happening? If you don't get an invite in the mail to the TCAA show, there's several different ways you can go about it. First way is you can contact the museum. You can get on the mailing list there. You can go to the website, and I don't know if you can get on the mailing list on the website, but I know that you can buy tickets to the show as soon as they're up. Invites will be going out maybe next week. The physical hard copy in the mail invites will be going out, but you don't have to receive one of those to come to our show. Anybody can come. You can go on go to the TCAA website. We'll have a link back to the museum and National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum. So you can get your tickets and make your reservations and all that business there. And if you can only come one day, you can come one day, Friday, Saturday. There's different levels and different things. If you want to go all the way up through the banquet and see us talk and all that business and get the old banquet dinner, well, we would love to have you there. That's the whole enchilada. If you can only come Friday night, you can come to the preview, see what's coming on. And then we have the sale that happens before our banquet. So then you could do that. So you could do Friday night, Saturday night, and the banquet. You got three choices. All three or one of any. So anyhow, hope that all made sense. If you can't figure out any of that stuff and you're having a hard time, call me. If you're watching this, you call me, and I will get you hooked up. We will make you contacted. I will have you contacted. I'll do it myself. So, yeah, I hope that's easy enough. Love to see y'all there. It's a great opportunity to see some really, really cool stuff, and I'm talking about everybody else's at the moment. It's fun to see everybody play and see what it is they can create, and no telling what you're going to see. So, anyhow, that's a long workshop Wednesday, and Shaq is snoring still. Ain't moved a muscle. We'll see y'all next week. Adios.